Hello, hello. Welcome to Saturday. I'm Tanya, the Canadian Stamper. Good morning. We're rolling with the Daisy Lane stamp set today. And it's got two matching punches, which is super fun because you can layer these and that makes me happy. So I'm just pulling up your comments and I'm going to tell you the colors that we're using today. So I've got these. Bumblebee, which is the new in color, Rich Razzleberry, Old Olive, and Calypso Coral. I don't know if I've told you, but I love purple and I do not get enough time with Rich Razzleberry, for sure. So today to pick the colors, I actually was making a project yesterday using Very Vanilla. I don't know if you guys use Very Vanilla very often, but I thought it was time to bring out some Very Vanilla. So I came across this one, which is a bit of a fun fold. And so I took out, I wanted the color for sure to be the Rich Razzleberry. So I brought out the Color Coach, which is a free download for you. And I just kind of played with which colors might look good. So for the stem, I went with Old Olive, Calypso Coral. There is crushed curry in here, but I'm not digging, I don't like how kind of mustardy it is. So I swapped it out for Bumblebee. And I think that the colors work well together. So that's what we're going with. So let's make our card. It's gonna be awesome. Good morning, Jody. It is a cold morning. And Jody, it's almost cool enough to stay indoors guilt-free and do some stamping. Jody and I were talking, we were kind of hoping for a day where it was okay to be inside to focus on some crafting with our new stuff. So as demonstrators, we get to do a pre-order. So we get to order stuff from new catalogs about a month in advance. And then we get a discount. And so yeah, some of those orders have been coming in. I did my unboxing last week. Yeah, so that's exciting. I am stamping with Calypso Coral. This is the small daisy and this is the large one. So this card, I actually don't know what it's going to look like because I haven't made one. It's just kind of in my head at the moment. I don't know if you guys craft like that. Do you craft random? All right, so then we're going to get our punches. So this stamp set has had a lot of mileage, like a lot. So do you remember I did the seed packets for work? This one is what I used for the last, I think the first time I did it for work and like put together the administrative professional gift for work and to make tags. And then I think I've used it almost every year actually. I love, love, love this daisy set. Okay, so I was just snipping off, excuse me, the edges of the paper there so that it fit in the punch properly. And so I'm gonna punch these out and then I'm gonna layer, actually that's not true. I'm gonna just do all the stamping and punching of my flowers and then I'm going to get them out, layer them, see if I can get colors to go with colors. And then I'm gonna mount them on the front of the card with this piece that overhangs. And yeah, so we went out for dinner last night to the 17 Mile pub for a girlfriend's birthday. And I found out that someone has an anniversary and daisies were the bride's flower of choice. And I thought, well, I can make a card that's coming up daisies. Crazy amount of daisies. I've got like a ton of glitter in this one. It's all over my work surface. That's funny. All right, so let's move on to the next color. So let's do Bumblebee. Just gonna clean my stamps. I just got a wet wipe today. Is anybody going out? Like, Jody, are you going out for, you know, dinners and entertainment or hanging out with friends and things like that? We have been going out, and it's kind of an adjustment to pre-COVID life, going back to going out and about. All right, so I'm going to do one of these and then the rest of the small. I feel like the front of the card, the big ones are going to be too big. So I'm focusing more on the small, because the idea is that I want like a cluster of daisies kind of all around the front of the card. That's what I'm going for anyways. So let's do these ones next, and then we'll punch. Langford Pub. Last night when we were leaving the 17 Mile Pub, there was like pretty much nobody wearing masks. I was wearing my mask and Zach was. I don't remember everybody else, but yeah, it's weird. People who were working there, as well as some of the people visiting there, you know, like having dinner and whatnot. Yeah, so just an adjustment. So that's pretty dark on there. So with the daisy punch, or this set I should say, you don't have to stamp flowers. I don't know if I'll get a third, we'll try. You can just punch out the daisies just out of the cardstock and build a whole project. That's what I have done. I might show you afterwards. I have a 3D project using this where I made a calendar. So it sits up on my wall and keeps track of all the birthdays and things. Black Hops Brewery. I don't think I've ever been to that brewery before. Well, that will be fun. All right, so let's punch. And then I think we can start building. There are some silly people out there. It's good to be cautious. Never hurts to be cautious. Because there's still some of us out there with autoimmune issues. Okay, did you guys see my trick with the Post-it note? There's my Post-it notes. I don't quite have enough to hold on to there, so I'm getting out a Post-it too. So I can hold on properly. This was one of my Tuesday tips. Yes. So of these colors, does anybody have a favorite from what I'm using here? One of these colors? I'm interested to know what your favorite color is. Purple is mine, of course. I have a whole blog post almost ready to go that talks about all of the Stampin' Up colors, the color families, and just lots of color inspiration. So that'll come out next week. Yeah, so what's everybody doing today on a Saturday? It is gloomy out. I'm heading over to Erica's after this, who is my team lead, my upline. And we're gonna be doing some crafting, obviously, because that's what I do. Zach's gonna go hang out with his buddy. Lance is working. Yeah, so we're gonna be outside at Erica. She's got a beautiful garden in the back with like a gazebo and things over the top, so. That sounds comfortable, Jody. We have construction going on in behind us, and today, usually I'm woken up by about 7-ish or so. Sometimes I'm up earlier than that from all the construction, like the banging and whatnot. But today, pleasantly, to my surprise, there was no banging. Zach came to say good morning, and I was like, "Do you hear that, Zach? There's no banging. There's no thumping, and it's enough to drive you insane, the banging." But they're almost done, so that's good. They're working hard out there. It's so hot some days. Those poor guys out there slugging it out. All right, so let's see how my theory is going to come together. So with the daisies, I might ask for some input here. I'm going to maybe layer, like, look at that. I'm totally digging that. I'm putting this on here. And I unstuck my glue this morning. Oh, crud. I got way too much glue now. Let's do 2 of these, I guess. Here I am, so proud of myself with my silly glue. No problem, no problem, no problem. All right. So we're going to do 2 of these. Now, I'm on purpose putting the darker color at the back. Let's go this way. I feel like you lose a bit of the yellow. So I'm going to put the darker one at the back. That's just me. All right, 2 of those. So now I was actually thinking about doing this. So now you might be thinking, well, that's not a whole one, but that's totally fine because, like, let's say I think I will put this one together, and we can always do more, but my thought is that when you do this, like if you were to, I don't know how they're gonna go, but then you could just cut that off if they're hanging over and it looks like you meant to do it. So let's see if these kind of go together. I think they do. Let's see this one. What do you think of that one? I kind of like this. Let's see this one. I think these colors work together. What do you guys think? Where do I live? Judy, I live in Colwood, near Royal Bay High School. And so there's a new subdivision down in like what we'll call the new Royal Bay. And then we are in what I call the old Royal Bay, which is just up above. So we look down at that sounds bad, doesn't it? We look towards, is a better way to say it. We look towards the high school and all the new subdivisions. So when we moved here, that Royal Bay subdivision, that new one, I think there was maybe 6 houses built. Lance and I did a walk through there the other day, and yeah, I think there was only 5 or 6 houses built when we arrived here. And now of course there's a gajillion. Okay, I'm gonna punch out. I just want to see, that's not big enough. I want to see what the Very Vanilla looks like. I'm just looking for a piece of my Very Vanilla in my scraps. Let's do the big one. Do you ever get things stuck in your punches? I think that's good. I just want to see what this looks like, because you can layer again. You could layer, see? I just love this. I just love these daisies. Love them. So it's not totally gonna work because then I'm gonna go over my very vanilla, so that's not gonna work. But I just wanted you to see that you don't have to stamp. And I want more colors. So I'm actually gonna stamp, I'm just gonna punch some without stamping them because you can always save some of your paper. See how that, you don't have to go right next door. You can, see how you can save your paper and get it super close. Just have to fuss with it a bit. I don't think this one's gonna work. So my vision for this card has a lot of flowers. Yeah, so the townhouses that are going in, I'm pretty sure they're yeah, they must be townhouses. They're super pretty. And our friend Cheryl Laidlaw, who's also our realtor, says that they are really well built. They look super nice. Yes, Jody, you're right. Let's curl the edges of these flowers. Great idea. Thank you for that. And Judy, Souk is super nice as well to be out that way. I'm not sure that there's any banging in construction for you out there. All right, so let's see what we've got now. So these are the ones that are put together, which we're happy with. Now let's, you know, it might be that my glitter, oh my glitter. It might be that some of these big ones might be good. All right, so this is my vision. Stand by. Do you have this? This is just one of the many I have. These are scraps. A whole lot of scraps. I think I'm gonna go with the Calypso. This Calypso Coral is the same as this Calypso Coral, so that's handy as heck. So I've got all kinds of, here look, there's more daisies down here. Do you guys have this? Please tell me you do. These are scraps, and so sometimes I say to Zach, like if you're making a card or whatever, this, and then I have another huge one, is the place to go for pre-cut things. Here's one of these too. Ooh, that's pretty. Because that's the rich raspberry that matches. Kind of getting carried away here. Let's focus. So if this is my sentiment piece, and what I want to do is build, I want to build flowers around it. It's essentially what I want to do. But so I'm being mindful that this piece comes up. So I'm just going to put these on dry and see where we're at for daisy count. So I'm going to glue some more of these together. So see the dark one? I feel like the bigger ones maybe are too big. What do you guys think? Do you think the big ones are too big? Or what are your thoughts? If I go like this. What are your thoughts? I might actually be able to get this guy in here. Yeah, let's do that. The big ones look good. You like the big ones? Jody? All right. See, look at that. That's 3 different daisies. Oh, let's curl the edges. Jody, that was a good idea. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Just gonna scooch everything to get some space. So you can do it with your bone folder. So you can do this, like so. there's Alexa making noise. And then this guy on here. Ooh, that's pretty. That's getting some glue. And you can also, if you have a stylus, what's a stylus, you say? Well, it's a little, so if you have a scoreboard, in the scoreboard packet, there should be like a long piece that you use to actually do the scoring. That is called a stylus. So the other one that I'm gonna do is this guy. This is an old one from Stampin' Up, like to get stuff out of your dies. So I sometimes use the base of this because it's perfect. So then I just take it, so this is the foam, this is the piercing mat, and then I'm just, boom. So I'm just doing that at the center. I'm just rotating it in the center like that. So petals, or this is how I did the calendar I'm going to show you afterwards. I think I should do that every time at the end of my Facebook Lives. I should just do a little roadie. That was kind of fun to go to the mailbox last week. Hilarious. All right, so there's a couple more flowers. So let's do the big one. Let's see if we can do this after I've put them together. And I think I'm going to curl as well. So you can pick and choose. Like if I just wanted to do the big ones, I could stick my bone folder underneath, weave it like that. I mentioned I love the daisies. All right, let's get to gluing. I'm itching to get stuff on the card. So first and foremost, let's stamp our greeting. So in this stamp set, smile friend, the best moments in life happen with you. It's your time to shine. So none of these scream anniversary, so stand by. See if I have an obvious anniversary. Well, I have a congratulations, which is on this one. Congratulations right there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Congratulations. Okay, so there's my stamp. And I need a block to pick it up. What? Sorry for my head. So now this, there's a whole lot of room here. Where's my mat? Oh, that's a good idea, Jody, with the cake decorating stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go here with my congratulations, and then I'm actually gonna stamp, I'm gonna do it in rich raspberry. I think this sentiment strip definitely could have had a bigger sentiment, but oh my gosh, it's crooked, y'all. We're rolling with it. And I'm gonna stamp, where's some scrap paper? I'm gonna stamp on the edges here, just to kind of fill it in, like that. I think I'm gonna do a big one down here. And then this will fill in nicely when we layer our flowers around it. One more here. Then it's harder to tell it's crooked, right? I'm not sure if I have another one of these, but my OCD will just have to be okay with the crookedness. Okay, so on here, I'm gonna glue this down. So because part of it's hanging over, I'm just gonna kind of put my finger on where I don't, where, you know, where I want the glue to go, which is over here on this side. We'll put this down. Beautiful. All right, so then let's do our, it's a little too curled. All right, so how's it going so far? Do we like the project? Does anybody have the daisies? You could be doing this project as well. Okay, so I'm gonna let that get tacky. All right, so let's start. So I might go here with this one. So don't worry about this. We can cut this off after we're all done. So I'm gonna layer them kind of where I want them to go. And then I'll commit to gluing. So I'm just gonna add some, I wonder if you could, oh no. Kind of don't want any of the berry vanilla to show in behind. I don't know why. It's just the look I have in my head that I'm going for. So let's do a bumblebee in behind. And then we can cut that off. What do you think? So this one, let's curl. Oops, not quite tacky enough. Maybe under. Good, good. Then maybe two of these. I feel like it's a bit, the sentiment's getting a bit lost in there. We're gonna have to fix that. Okay. Then let's stick some of these together. And then I'm gonna layer these here along the side. I suppose I could stamp right on the cardstock too. We're gonna see how this turns out. Might be too much. Too many daisies, perhaps. Then if we do one more at the bottom. And I'm gonna have to, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another piece there and pop up the sentiment over top of the flowers to correct the fact that I'm losing the flowers in the back. Yeah. Yep. It's coming together. And then this one, ooh, not that one because it's got a spot maybe a bit bigger. Let's see. Let's see what we have in our tickle trunk here. Oh, look at that. I got another one. Ooh, but it's smaller. Yes. And then you still get this in the back. Awesome. All right. Just thinking if I need my dimensionals or not. Let's just see how this goes. So I'm going to, so again, if you're gonna, I'm just gonna be mindful of where I'm not gonna put glue. Here. And then we'll snip these. So these can kind of overlap a bit. Maybe it's too many daisies. Oh, Jody, you think couple dimensionals? I think so too, to pop them up. What do you think? Too many daisies, do you think? Tell me your thoughts. This is just kind of a random card. Usually, before I, do a class or do a project, I have made the card 3 or 4 times and sort of fussed with it and adjusted and done all kinds of things. I'm going to grab my dimensionals. But not this time. I feel like it might be a lot of daisies. It's a lot of daisies. Yes, you're saying yes, Jody? All right, so let's take some of these. Let's put this one here. See if we can thin this out a bit and still keep my vision. So maybe we'll do the big ones on the corners. And then I think I'll put a couple of the little ones around it. And then it'll be less daisies like that maybe. All right, so here's my dimensionals. I'm kind of at the end of my, do you guys do this too? Save them? I'm sure you do. That one's too big. Let's go here. And I might do 2, just because it's going to hang a bit. See, I'm over. So let's rotate like so. No. So let's take this one off because we don't need it. I think that's better with less, well, I hope it's better. We're going to do one here. And we're almost done. Now, I wonder if I still need to pop this up. I think it might be okay just the way it is. So let's get the scissors and let's cut this and then see what we have to do for either more daisies or if we can just skip to embellishments and Wink of Stella, of course, because Wink of Stella is awesome. So speaking of Wink of Stella, we have our, last time we used Wink of Stella was on the peaches. So we have our peach stamp camp coming up tomorrow. If you have registered for that, we'll see you then. So that's exciting. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a jam-packed day for sure. All right. I like it. I'm happy with this. I think that I'm going to, I'm trying to decide if I want any more daisies. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. And let's get Wink of Stella. This is the glitter brush. I'm just going to run over not all of the flowers, but several, and then we're going to put some embellishments on there, and we're done. So sometimes when you're going from one color to the next, with the Wink of Stella, you want to make sure to clean it off in between sometimes, so that you don't drag the color into another. I think of all of the tools, the Wink of Stella brush is probably my favorite. So last night for my girlfriend's birthday, I didn't have a birthday gift for her, so I went out to my garden and I picked all sorts of flowers and made a bouquet. I had lilies and daisies, of course, and there was some lavender in there. Yeah, it was pretty. And I wrapped it all up. It was perfect. All right, so for embellishments, oh my gosh, do you know what I have? I have, it's retired, you can't get them anymore, but they are like centers for the flower Okay, let me get those. See if it works. Where do you think? I'll only spend a moment looking for them. Oh yes, here they are. These are called Perennial Essence Floral Centers. Look at these little guys. Oh my gosh, look how much ink's on my hand. I don't know if these are gonna look good. What do you think? It looks like a bee bum. That's what it looks like. Let me put a couple of them out. I don't think so. They look kind of funny actually. Okay, let's see. Let's see for our embellishments what we should do. Where do you guys keep your embellishments in? That would look nice. Ooh, there's purple. I don't think so though. Where's my diamonds? Perhaps that. Diamonds or these guys. I think I got so excited about these. Do you guys like these or no? I'm gonna put them off to the side. Not used them before. All right, I think, what are these called? Elegant Faceted Gems. I feel like maybe these big ones. Can you see me? Let me move this up. Let's see. It's not really big enough. I'm going with that. We're gonna go 2 in the center. 2 small ones in the center. Loose flower flourishes my, oh yes, Jody, I don't have any more of those. I used them all for my Flowers of Friendship class. I went through like almost 2 packs of them. That looks okay, I think. Let's do this one. Tell me what you think of these. I'm putting 3 small in the center. You guys should see my craft space. It's like a hot mess. Hot mess. Okay, so then I'm gonna add, there's a lot of gems going on this card. Love it. Let's do a couple of these. Let's do a big one. And I feel like over here, one of these needs to have some love. So let's go here. And here. What do we think? I think one small one here. All right. One bumblebee bum, Jody? I don't think so. I'm not sure what to do with these. One like that, maybe, and this one? Sure, why not? Let's do it. It kind of blends with the bumblebee yellow. Bumblebee bum? Gold bumblebee. I don't know what that is. I think you're talking about these, Jody. I hope so, because that's what's going on the card. Okay, it's done. And then it opens this way. Okay, I was gonna decorate the envelope too, but I've kept you for 40 minutes, so I'm gonna skip that part. So thanks for coming on this daisy journey with me, you guys. I had fun with this card, of course. I'm using daisies. I love it when I use them. So thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome Saturday. Take good care. We'll talk to you later in the week, and of course next Saturday. Hope you have an awesome day. Bye for now, guys.